Hi, I'm Ken Burns, and you've got the 150th anniversary of the Civil War. The Civil War is the most important event in American history. It's more important than the Second World War, 9/11, the Depression, and even the founding of our country, because in the founding of our country, we left unresolved the question of African Americans. The man who wrote the Declaration, Thomas Jefferson, said, "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal," and yet he owned more than 100 human beings. It was impossible to say, well, slavery would have died out, because the 4 million African Americans that were owned by other Americans, 45% of the population of the South, were real human beings too. And freeing those 4 million people, and most important, their descendants, from slavery is the great outcome. Before the Civil War, when speaking about our country, Americans said the United States are, plural. We saw ourselves as a collection of things, states, a union. As the Civil War progressed and as it ended, we began to call ourselves a nation, a one thing, and we began to say the United States is, as we say today, which is actually ungrammatical. How an R became an is what the Civil War is about. When we worked on it, we were just surprised at how something that seemed so distant, that was sepia tone, they couldn't possibly be like us, were so much like us. They lived and loved the way we love and live. They cared about their children the way we care about our children. And it is only the arrogance of our all-consuming present that would suggest that something that has seemed so distant in the past could not have the central significance that the Civil War has had, is having, and will always have in American narrative.